Alright, I'm going to do a landscape in Baoshi style, and the paper we're going to use is called Mulberry Paper. It's very strong kind of paper with strands of mulberry bark. You can see that. It's a mulberry number 2. You can also use the number 1, which has less fiber here. So we start with a large split brush. You can use a Baoshi landscape brush. It's a mix of soft and stiff brush. I use dark ink. Notice that I don't load the ink in single tone, so I dilute a little bit ink first, get light ink, okay, and then I split the brush. You can use your finger if you want. You can use a paper towel and then load partially the split hair with dark ink. So not the whole brush is dark, but some hair is dark. I will start with this tree, maybe in the about 1/3. This is a golden spot. 1/3 from this is a focal point, so to speak. So you can draw some trunk maybe, and then I will start. You can split the brush and do sweep both sides just with the tip to get like a pine tree. This may need some practice, but don't use the light. It must be dark. So the trunk is fat, is kind of thick, but the branch is horizontal, and then the crown is very important to create flat. You can dot just like this if you want. Just to use the split brush. You see, that's how I do it. And you can also go sideways to get the horizontal branch. But sometimes it's kind of difficult to say it's a branch or the needles. It just come out all in once, right? You don't have to really define everything because this will be in a mist. The mist has no shape. It's in the stroke, in the object that we see. Just keep the brush dark, right? Now I will do a rock, a cliff under the rock. And you can do more trees later, but you can do a trail if you want, like if you want. So use dark ink to split. Very important. Keep the brush split. You might have sometimes it got thick, but then you have to. You can use the brush movement on the paper to get it split. Just push the brush. Sometimes help to get it split, right? So keep it split, and then add some more ink. I think we need plenty more ink. Keep it split, loose, very loose, very loose. So the line could be like a no solid line, but still there's a structure you need to think of, right? And this is basically the front. We have to do this fast. You should do it in 5 minutes at this point, because our weather here in LA is very dry. Before it gets dry, we need to create the mist effect. So do a very quick, and then I'll add water at this point. No more ink to do the background. You can do waterfall if you want, but then you just make it simple. So there's a peak. Just add water. Become lighter. You won't notice at that point. Yeah. When you do the background, the foreground is all ink into the foreground. So and keep adding water. Keep adding water.
Okay, now that was.
Yeah, keep adding water to it. Just keep it loose and. So when we do wet, we do the opposite first, dry first, to prepare it. Otherwise, you won't have a structure. It's all like a mist, right? The mist, as I said, is in the structure, so you have to create a dry base first. And try to create a mountain, a yellow mountain. You have been there, so then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So just try to think the cliff. And leave clouds, very important, leave lots of space. So you paint only 70% of the paper, maybe the most, leave the other part blank for the clouds. And then just add water, until the brush is clean. I will show you how to do that. But add more water, no more ink, just add water.
Okay.
Yeah, add water, and you can use light ink, lots of water, more than you may expect, to go over some of the painting here. Don't wash, you still paint, but try to eliminate the white with
another tone.
Was another tone, yeah. You can use lighter, much lighter tone, much lighter. So you can use use paper towel to dry the brush. Then you, instead of wash the brush, you can use just use a light tone. You see, I add another layer here. You can add trees like that behind this layer, and you can dot with a split brush, and just add water without blend. You can. See how I do it? I can drip the water in next to the line and just let it invade the line. On this paper, the stroke should stay while the water comes in to lighten it. So the dark will become misty pretty soon. We can have a clean water. Let me get that for you. Yeah, so you can use water to lighten the ink. You can use a different brush. I'll just use this one. So this is how I do it. You can put the water outside the line, and you will see the water comes in to create that magic. So you can put water in the outside and just do another back mountain here, and let the water come in from this light source. It could be. You can lean the paper. You can see that. You can see that.
Yes.
Yeah, that replaces the ink, and you can also put water in the light spot inside here. Just introduce the water, so it will lighten it. And I keep the stroke, so that's very important. You don't blend it,
right.
Just let the water flow in. For example, if you want the trunk to be light, what you do is you can let it dry a little bit. It will be better. But you see, I just drop a little water. This is called tarashikomi. Tarashikomi in Japanese painting.
So that's a Japanese word.
Yeah, Japanese word dripping in. Okay. And so you can also just use dry, wet brush to create to kind of create another tone, and add dark, add water to make it misty. Okay. You kind of run into the stroke. You don't have to concentrate on little things, but you see this happens.
Yeah,
It
I
becomes,
see.
Yeah. So it's really the paper procedure does it for you, so you don't have to depict. Just to show you a little bit possibility. So the water actually comes outside the stroke and replace that. You can give you some. You can work on the other part.
Wow.
Timing is the key. So
That is awesome.
you have to keep it. You have to do it fast. So it will take 20 minutes to set up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can watch me here, just to show you. It's the moisture in the brush is excessive, so you have to do it before it gets dry. So this could be painted on, not wash, it's still painting. Just so you kind of dot the. So I still leave some little white and painted space there. Okay, and see if I want this to be more misty, what I do is I introduce water from the. Got some clean water here. Yeah, just let it kind of
does its own thing.
Yeah, the water actually serves two purposes. One is to create this mist in the painted part. Also, to keep the ink away from the white areas. Also, if you want to keep this white, the ink will not come into the wet. The water tends to go where it's lower, right? So you can put water in the white cloth first, and then the clouds in the distance is more with a shape, so you can paint them. Let me show you how I do it. Like the clouds see, in the horizon. You can see that, right? So the mountain, this usually happens in the dusk or morning. So the mountain could be actually the distant mountain could be very, very dark. This could be too dark, but let me lighten it later. And you can put water to lighten it. So the water will drive the ink up or make it flow. And water everywhere. Another peak there. But it's important to keep some parts dry, so you don't really wash the whole paper. You kind of you paint in the dark, the light color. Okay, you can make this part more. I try to create some clouds, So we can just use this this much water. See this here? I just pour the water and let it pool, and then you can knead it with a dry brush. Kind of let it create a path to where you want the water to go. And you can also have water here. Sometimes we can do multiple layers, and you can wait this to dry before you add another layer, or add the tree on the rock. So you cannot complete it in one step. You have to wait.
This brush is like
too small.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just making
use
circles. I need
this is
something bigger.
Yeah, oh that one. Fine. Yeah, start from dry, then before it gets dry, you want to introduce water.
It's too dry now, so I need to.
Yeah, they work fast. And it helps you to. You can paint some texture like that. Yeah, you have to do fast. Lots of water, more excessive water than you need normally use. So the painting evolves with the water at every moment. You can reintroduce dry stroke when it's dry, but not lose all the unpainted spot, which gives the structure. We can use a hair dryer to make the process faster, but I would not use that until absolutely you need to stop it from evolving, because it always surprises me when the water travels, for longer time.
The hair dryer sometimes.
Make it stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just add more water. Let me just pour some water.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Just for fun, Just put like a cloth in the bottom too, in the middle. Okay. And then you can spread it out with a dry brush, just like you create you can use a little ink, but yeah, just like just try to use the split brush. No painting, just think about the tree, not paint the clouds.
Okay.
The mist is different than the clouds because it has no shape. It's basically in the tree, in the objects. Yeah, leave lots of white. That's it. Then get more water. You need to keep the white part away from ink. That's why I would do more clean water, add more clean water on this absolutely white cloth, mist. So just let it keep it dry. So it will not invade. Okay, now you can do the top part with you can use a light gray with some like distant mountain, just a shadow or something. Okay. Yeah, and then without much detail. So the detail decrease with distance. You can just do some peaks.
Alright, you did them with kind of light.
Yeah, you can do that. With the yellow mountain, it's a very steep, like peaks that sticking like a little bamboo shoots kind of shape. I will make something more dramatic with color. So you can use whatever color I got. You can basically use 2 tones, complementary colors, the indigo and the amber. So I can use indigo in the distant mountains right now. Too strong. Dilute it with ink. Too dark. Yeah, just change the water. I think better just use ink if you could. It's kind of
You don't like the color?
it's more confusing sometimes. I'll leave it for now. Just see what happens.
Well, I don't know, maybe when it dries.
Yeah. I think I have to wait till it dries. I can use the brown on this without bleeding.
You know, sometimes indigo, to me, some of the indigos look different.
Yeah.
Some of them are almost like the phthalo blue.
Yeah. So too strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use ink with that. This is like phthalo, not indigo.
Yeah.
Too strong. I can use some.
This is too strong here. I need to fade that out.
Yeah, you can do that with water. Now you take advantage of this paper. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we can add more pine trees on the mountain later after it dries. Let me see. It's very important to have a pattern of the flow of the clouds.
Okay.
So let me see. I would create more clouds here. Maybe separate this two with more. You have to wait to see
what it's going to do.
What's going to do. Yeah, yeah, you can extend a little bit, but I would probably wait it dry. You can use a dry stroke to soften that if it doesn't go anymore. But it's good that when you do that, it actually drives the ink up, which is good. I like the movement upward, which because the mountain goes down, the air goes up, balance that. Yeah, so that actually, like, you see that white start to happen.
It's pushing up.
Yeah, like the trees growing. So we can I think we have to wait a little bit. This part is dry. You can paint a little bit later. We can break that to straight line with more trees very easily. Just leave it. Sometimes you have to be patient to.
And just walk away.
Walk away. Let me see what we can put. Let me give you felt and let it dry. We can do another painting like a lotus.
Okay.